big, beautiful, loving planet called Earth. So I found this kind of an interesting topic to talk about in today's vlog. Because, as you guys know, in yesterday's vlog, I talked about that I was going to finish the Unwaxed podcast, which I did. But here's the thing. This got me to thinking, because you guys all know that I'm going on a little bit of a trip to Southern California next week. And it got me to thinking, wouldn't it be cool, now I'm not saying this is going to happen, but wouldn't it be cool if, I met someone in either Disneyland, California Adventure, or Universal Studios, and we just hit it off. And we started communicating, whether it be on Instagram, whether it be texting each other, whatever it is. And we started to build this relationship. I'm not, like I said, let me preface this by saying, I don't think this will happen, but what if it were to happen? What if something amazing happened when I was waiting in line for a ride, or I was, or I was going on a ride by myself, and I didn't find, but something like a conversation happened with a woman, and it just felt like there was a spark or a connection or something like that. I'm not saying that will happen, but I know this is a big what if, but you never know what can happen when you go on a trip. Whether that be a shorter trip, or whether that be a longer trip, or whether that be living the country, whatever it is, anything can happen at any time in life. Whether you're going to a place for a day, or 2 days, or a week, or 2 weeks, or even a month, or maybe you decide you want to go there for a year, whatever the situation entails. And I know this wouldn't exactly be, the most ideal, I shouldn't say ideal. This wouldn't normally happen to anyone or everyone. But, we are getting towards that time of the year where, where there are individuals out there who like to celebrate Halloween, who like to be in relationships, because what I saw in the final episode that I watched of the Unwaxed podcast with Sistine and Sophia Stallone is they mentioned something that got me to realizing that this could happen, because they what they said was that it's cuffing season, or it's about to be cuffing season. And if you don't know what cuffing season is, it's where, you find something, not something, I don't know how to describe it completely, but there's a thing that happens every year, right around like September, October, November, where you start thinking about all of the amazing times that you could have during the winter time and the fall time and stuff like that. And, I don't really go out all that much. I mean, sure, granted, I go to the movie theaters and I go to the grocery store and stuff like that, and I could meet someone at either one of those places. Excuse me. Sorry for sneezing there, but I felt it coming on and I needed to let it out. So let me get back to this. I'm not saying that anything would happen or could happen or should happen at Disneyland, California Adventure, or Universal Studios when I'm at those parks next week, but you never know. Something could happen, and I know I'm not the most fittest. I know I'm not the most attractive human being, but there are individuals out there who like dad bods, women who like dad bods, and I'm not saying I have a dad bod, because I don't. I mean, at least I don't think I do, but because I don't drink beer. I don't. And I probably will drink beer or any type of alcohol ever again. I like food. even though I probably shouldn't like certain foods, because there are individuals out there who are vegetarian, women who are vegetarian or vegan or pescatarian or whatever you want to call it. But I like to have chicken. I like to have fish. I like to have sometimes steak from time to time, or pork chops, or things of the foods of that nature. And I like to snack, whether that be eating Rice Krispie treats or cookies or Cheetos or whatever that may be. But I want to be honest with you. Let's go back to the main topic of this vlog, which is anything could happen when I'm in Anaheim or Southern California next week. Anything could happen. There could be a spark. There could be a connection with a woman that I may be waiting in line with, or not with, but someone who's waiting to get on a ride next week, or maybe I run into someone I've known for years, or it could be anything. It could be a celebrity, just to ask for a picture. I don't know. I'm not saying that anything will happen, but there's a possibility that something could or would or should happen. Or will happen, I should say. But I'm going to have to wait until Monday through Thursday of next week. Which brings me to this point that it's only 5 days until we go. I still have a few things left to do. Like, I got to go to the grocery store and get some stuff for my family for the days I'm gone. And then on Friday, I'm planning to go see Beetlejuice. And then the rest of the weekend is dedicated to doing laundry. It's dedicated to making sure I have everything packed. And, all that stuff. And making sure there's no clothes or drinks or anything on the floor that would should be on the floor. And that's what the plan is for at this point, point in the stage. But just remember this: anything could happen on this trip, and whatever does happen, I'm not going to go into full detail of every single thing that happened, but I might do like a clip or a photo or something along the lines, and I may or may not share it. I would like to do as many vlogs as possible from inside the parks as I possibly can, and maybe from the hotel room, but not give you the hotel number. And I'm not going to say where I'm staying or anything like that either, but, there's just an endless amount of possibilities that could happen in the 4 days that we go to Disneyland. 2 days we go to Disneyland. 1 day we go to California Adventure, and 1 day we go to Universal Studios. Anything could happen in any one of those parks. And maybe we go to downtown Disney, and maybe something happens in downtown Disney, or maybe something happens at City Walk. I don't know 100% as of right now, but anything could happen inside the parks or outside the parks or near the parks or whatever it is. That's all I'm going to say in regards to that. Now, we have 2 birthdays to wish today, so let's just dive into that. I want to wish Madeline Jane Gray happy birthday, and Demetrius Flanagan Fowles a happy birthday today as well. And that does it for all of the birthdays we have for today, and I will see you tomorrow with a brand new vlog, and bye-bye.